Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Parents of the Oxford shooting victims have learned they can't take the school or its employees to court.
So they hide behind this umbrella law, and we can't even question a damn thing.
They're calling a judge's ruling and the state law upon which it's based unfair.
Good to have you with us here at 6. I'm Devin Skillian.
I'm Kimberly Gill. That ruling came down late last week, stating schools and their employees are protected by government immunity against lawsuits like the ones filed by Oxford families. Today, our first chance since the ruling to hear from those families. Sean Lay joins us live with a reaction. Sean, they're pretty upset about this.
Heartbroken is the word we kept hearing today. And also, this is the first time we're hearing from some Oxford families that were suing Oxford school officials. Anyone involved with the Oxford school shooting, they were very clear they were suing to get answers to questions they've never gotten answers to, and also to hold people accountable. That is all now up in the air, and some of the families are reacting like this.
It's unfair. It's unconstitutional. It doesn't look out for we the people. So you got this whole law and all this craziness, and then you get a judge who is what? A government employee that gets to bless us whether we go to trial or not. How can you beat that?
Buck and Sherry Meir lost their son Tate in the Oxford school shooting. They have wanted answers and accountability from Oxford school officials, and wanted to get those answers by suing Oxford teachers, counselors, principals, the people who had contact with the shooter, saw the red flags, and sent him back to class, never checking his backpack for a gun. A judge now ruling that Oxford school employees have governmental immunity and can't face the family's civil lawsuits. Attorney Ben Johnson calling it unequal justice.
Everybody in this day and age, 2023, in a courtroom in the United States should be equal. No one should have greater footing than anybody else.
Jill Suave's son Justin was also killed in the shooting. She wanted to hear from those involved that day, but may never get them into a courtroom to face those questions.
When it comes to governmental immunity, people need to stand up with us and be outraged, especially if you're a parent and you have children in public school.
Back here live, of course, such an emotional issue, such a tragic time as we continue to go further away from the shooting, from the Oxford school shooting. But guys, Attorney Ben Johnson talked about governmental immunity at the very beginning of this lawsuit process, saying it was more than likely going to be a hurdle here. So they are going to appeal. Could end up at the Court of Appeals here in Midtown in front of judges to make the argument. And you're right, they're saying it's unfair, but the attorney is, Ben Johnson, saying it's unconstitutional. That will be their argument for judges to decide. Back to you.
We'll continue to follow it, Sean. We appreciate it. And those parents spoke out on the same day as a key hearing for the shooter's parents. An appeals court is deciding if Jennifer and James Crumbley should stand trial on involuntary manslaughter charges. The Crumbleys were initially ordered to stand trial until the state Supreme Court told an appeals court to take another look. Today, prosecutors argued Ethan Crumbley's extreme drawings and fascination with guns should have been a wake-up call.
These parents, instead of getting him help, they told him to suck it up. They laughed at him, and they also knew that his best friend had moved away, that he was isolated, and instead of getting him help, they bought him a gun.
Attorneys for the Crumbleys conceded the parents made a bad decision, but the liability in the case does not fall on the parents. The Crumbleys are the first parents in the country to face involuntary manslaughter charges for a school shooting. We don't know when the appeals court will make a ruling.
Meanwhile, police said a 13-year-old boy who shot an adult outside a Roseville school was trying to get into fights with students. Police said the boy had been expelled and was then therefore trespassing on the school property at Roseville Middle School yesterday. Police say he had a gun and was trying to fight with students. A 40-year-old man tried to intervene and ended up getting shot twice. Police say by the teen. The victim was taken to the hospital. The teen was arrested and went before a judge on assault with intent to murder charges today, right now being held at a Macomb County juvenile jail.
The recent storms left many in the dark, and DTE put a lot of the blame on trees that brought down power lines. That's why the utility is stepping up efforts to trim trees before they cause big problems. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester is live in Allen Park. Hank, DTE is investing millions, they say, in this effort.
Yeah, and Kimberly, hundreds of millions of dollars. Let me show you the problem here in Allen Park. Look over my shoulder. You can see this tree into the power lines here behind me. Instead of waiting for the next storm to bring that tree and the power lines down, DTE would rather get in front of it, get the work done, prevent another outage. Storm cleanup and tree trimming. It's happening all over Metro Detroit. While some are cleaning up from the storm, DTE crews and contractors are also working to get ahead of the next big problem. Have the trees all trimmed up?
Yes, I think that would help a whole lot.
Alan Proctor lives in Lathrop Village. He has a line down in his backyard, and he certainly thinks DTE working to get ahead of the problem by trimming trees now, well, it can only help. Do you think they should be trimming them, get a little ahead of it, or what do you think?
I think it wouldn't hurt, you know, prevent it anyway.
DTE has really upped its trimming program, and here's why. Trees cause more than 70% of the outages we experience. DTE investing more than $200 million in tree trimming programs. That includes trimming an additional 3,500 miles. More tree trimmers are now on duty than they were last year. Same thing goes for line workers. And if you have a tree in your yard that needs attention, just go to dteenergy.com/treecare. DTE releasing this statement. DTE tree trimming crews are focused both on any remaining work following recent winter storms as well as proactive work of clearing trees away from our power lines. Our proactive tree trimming program is important to our customers' reliability. 2/3 of the time that customers spend without power is due to trees that have come in contact with our equipment. Back out here live in Allen Park. Now, if you have a problem tree in your yard or you spot one in the neighborhood, you need to contact DTE. They'll come out, do a free evaluation, and before they touch that tree, before they start with the chainsaws and bringing that tree down, they will meet with you so you have a clear understanding exactly of what's going to happen in your yard. We're live here tonight in Allen Park. Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Back to you.
Sounds like a gargantuan task, but something that needs to be done, and that's where it starts. Hank, we appreciate it.
Detroit Mayor Duggan set to deliver his annual State of the City speech tonight. Take a look at live pictures of Michigan Central Station. That is the location for tonight's address. It will be the 10th, delivered by Mayor Duggan. Christy McDonald, Kimberly, and I will have you covered starting at 6:30 on Local 4+. We will preview the speech, and then at 7, you can see the speech itself here on Local 4 or on Local 4+. Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! Important note here, will be moved to MeTV, airing at their normal times.
Well, it's been a string of very expensive bad luck for a local store owner. Troy's Mini Mart, an established part of the Ecorse community, has been the target of repeated break-ins. Victor Williams spoke with the very frustrated owner.
Well, the owner of the store tells me he's tired of this happening over and over again. Believe it or not, it happened just again this morning with someone breaking into the place, but this time things were a whole lot different.
This is the outside. It's been broken twice, 3-4 times in the same spot, so the guy knew what he was doing.
Every time it happens, store owner Troy Robinson says it feels like a slap in the face.
He tried to throw the brick through here and break the bulletproof glass, but it didn't work this time.
For the 4th time in a row, his store has been targeted, and every single time it's costing thousands in damage and stolen merchandise.
When he took the cash register, it was placed here. He yanked it out of here and took it from under the counter. And the cigars I had up here, all of them were backwoods, the ones that I have in my store as far as the ones I sell. He took all of those.
Even all of the cigarettes were taken as well.
Empty, empty, empty.
Troy loves the Ecorse community in which he works. Many students from Ecorse High use the store because it's so close. But he can't for the life of himself understand why a man in his 40s would be the one to disrupt things. Thankfully, this most recent time he was caught.
He comes in my store all the time, buys cigarettes, beer. He's a nice guy, but I'm glad they caught him because he's not so nice at all.
The work Troy does for his community is a real testament for Byron Jones.
He look out for everybody, man. I don't, I don't know why this keep happening, man. It's sad.
and hopefully he won't have to deal with the issue anymore.
I'm disappointed. I look at it as it could have been worse. He could have busted all my coolers. He could have set it on fire. So as long as it's something that I'm able to fix, I'm satisfied.
And Troy is still working to recover, so if you're watching at home and you would like to help in any type of way, you can head over to our website, clickondetroit.com for a link straight to a GoFundMe page aimed to help him raise some of that money. So reporting live tonight, Victor Williams, Local 4.
Okay, Victor, thanks.
Well, we have had a lovely day. Let's just focus on that for a while instead of looking too far down the runway.
Because we really needed to see some sunshine, and we got it today, Kim.
Yes, I'm thinking about doing a 2-day forecast rather than a 7-day forecast. Right? Instead of the future forecast, it's
Stay
just
in the present.
How about right now forecast. It's beautiful. We've got a lot of sunshine out there at the big house. 40 in Ann Arbor, 35 in Lapeer, 41 in Monroe, 41 in Detroit with a northerly wind about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's in the low 40s south of I-94. North of that, we get into the mid to upper 30s. Seasonal for this time of year. A little warmer than it was yesterday by about 7 degrees at Metro Airport, 6 degrees in Ann Arbor. For the day tomorrow, beautiful. Well, almost a carbon copy of today with a lot of sunshine, although it's going to be a little chilly in the morning with temps only in the 20s. But by the afternoon, sunshine warms us to 41. We do have another system that we are tracking for the end of the week. Looks like you might need your shovel again. I'll have the forecast coming up.